that's why you see such a push to try to bring dudes back home and reduce that recidivism rate, which I did a lot of work in Baltimore with Mr. Eddie Marshall, Eddie Conway, political prisoner. Peace to them, you know what I mean? So that's my take on it.
I know the rest of y'all got an opinion on that, or at least just saying it's facts, not facts. What y'all think?
Oh, it's definitely facts. I mean, it's a trickle down effect. I was just, I think we were talking about this earlier. It's a trickle down effect. So when you take the leader out of a household, like I grew up without a father as well, but not for that reason. But without having a dad in the household, especially actually for everyone, I would say for the sons, but also the daughters as well. I mean, think about what the original roles were for men in the household. You were and please independent women, don't get upset with me. You were the provider, you were the protector, you were the overseer of your whole family. And now you pull that out, and thank God we had the black women, because they actually stood up and filled in, but there are still some things that, you know, they shouldn't have to do. It should be still, a father should still be in home. He's the leader. He should, his son needs a role model to look after. His daughters need to know what a guy needs to be like, you know, when she meets the perfect man, a husband. They should be providing for her. That should be her standard of what, you know, she should be looking for. I think it's a trickle down effect from when the father's not there, whereas like a young man, most young men get in trouble. They get to that route where they have to make decisions, and that father not being there to say, hey son, no, don't do that. It's one thing to have your mother say it, but it's another thing to have your father also say it at the same time. So I think it's a big trickle down effect as far as with crime and the war on, well, not the war on drugs, but different crime going around. And I do also believe in the 13th. I did see that show as well.
It's funny how you talk about, you know, not just crime, but also discipline and staying in the parameters, you know, writing within the margins. And what I mean by that, I remember me and my older cousin, we were shooting dice in the house when we first moved to Co-op from Parkchester. And my dad walked in and rocked me, boom, started fucking me up. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Like, we playing CeeLo. I just looked at it as a game because I'm only in 4th or 5th grade. So he's like, you're not gonna be out here in these streets, you know, doing this ghetto shit, you know, digging in my ass. And I was like, okay, well, at that juncture, I stopped playing dice indefinitely. Like, that just wasn't my thing. I said, I'll chill with my friends while they get active, but that wasn't my thing. So I remember one time, I was in high school now, probably about 16 years old, and my team, like you, my man Big U, Ramon, Damien, everybody, they shooting dice on the corner. And our dean, I was in Catholic school, so our dean sees from deep. So he came in our class and had them roll dice for detention. So whatever they got was how many days detention they had. So like and it was fucked up because Damien rolled like trips on like a 5. I was like, ooh, that shit hurt. You know what I mean? But you know what I mean. So even though you know is that jail, is that no? However, that is. Some people will look at that as like the introduction to that path, to that gateway. So my father made sure like, yo, nah, you do what you do. You say you play basketball, you say you act, you say you do this, that's what you're doing, and shut up. You know what I mean?
See, also you gotta explain what trips mean.
Oh yeah,
a lot of cats don't understand what trips is. They don't know if you playing.
They made 3 5s in a row. You know what I mean?
You know,
that's Tracy right there, baby.
Tracy. So
I still don't play though.
But you know the rules.
You gotta be there. You gotta be there. You gotta have skin in the game sometimes.
You know, down here they don't play. They don't play.
I'm glad Duke you said that because I was like trips. Okay, 3 ones. I got 3 ones. Okay.
I mean, for me personally, I can talk about my own experiences of not having a father in the household. I've had opportunities where my sister had boyfriends and they was the block boy, and he was like, "Yo, you handle his work, I'll give you a little something." And I'm like, I had a decision to make. Do I go that route, or do I say, what is the ultimate goal of going there? Like, is it 6 feet deep, or is it 30 years in the lockup? So I said, I ain't doing it, because I'm not trying to go to nobody's jail. I'm not trying to be in anybody's system. I'm not trying to be a quote unquote statistic. So, and that was just one opportunity. I had other opportunities when I lived in New Orleans, when New Orleans was the murder capital of the country. And my sister had another boyfriend, and he was also a block boy, and he also gave me an opportunity, which I declined, and not too long after that, he got shot up 15 times.
Wow.
He survived, and God,
soldier.
they missed all the vital spots.
Wow.
But that was an eye opener for me. I'm like,
You
I
definitely
would
gotta make
never,
sure your sister has
ever.
better choices than men. You know what I'm saying? Way too much exposure.
Yeah.
And I hope all them dudes become New York police officers so they can't kill nobody else the way they shoot.
Wow. Yo.
Facts.
Yo. That's a
Well,
poem
it's
right there.
facts.
That's funny.
up, but
That's funny.
Yeah, it's the hard truth. It's the
You
hard
tell me you
truth.
got shot 15 times and nobody died? Please get a badge. I'm trying to live.
Damn. That's
The crazy
funny.
thing about your boy is he
Uncle.
came out the hospital. He was back on the block in a wheelchair. Got caught. Went to the penitentiary. I forgot. I think it was Angola or something in New Orleans. Came out. He was back in it. His
That's
mindset
Mars.
never shifted.
Stuck in it.
His mindset never ever shifted. And I just was like, you was blessed to survive 15 shots. It's time to change your life.
Drop out.
But that's what they kept going. I just don't understand.
And you know what? And there's another thing. Like, you know, it's all about valuing yourself.
True.
You know what I'm saying? When you value yourself above the environment and the poverty that you're surrounded by, you choose to make better decisions. You know what I'm saying? Like,